Meet Mark. He's a hardworking small business owner who runs a print shop in Columbus, Ohio. Every morning, he opens his doors at 7:30 a.m., takes pride in his work, and believes he's doing everything right. Like many entrepreneurs, Mark grew up hearing that saving money is the ultimate mark of financial intelligence, that every dollar saved is a dollar earned, that looking for the cheapest option is not just smart, it's strategic. This belief, while rooted in sound financial practice, is dangerously incomplete. The obsessive focus on the lowest price often stems from a scarcity mindset where the fear of losing what you have, cash, trumps the courage to invest in growth. Mark has been feeling the symptoms lately. Flat orders, customers who don't return as they used to. He can't help but wonder, is this mindset truly helping his business grow, or is it quietly holding him back? What Mark and thousands of business owners often fail to grasp is this: price is what you pay, value is what you take away, and the difference between the two is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. A few months ago, Mark decided to revamp his online store. He found a freelancer who offered a web redesign at half the going rate. It felt like an undeniable win. But that win quickly unraveled. Missed deadlines, zero support, and a site that crashed on mobile. Mark saved $800 up front and lost over $6,000 in online orders that never materialized. The immediate cost of the redesign turned out to be the least of his problems. This isn't unique. Across the country, small businesses choose the cheapest marketing agency, the most affordable software, or the lowest bidder on a project, and they pay for it in lost momentum, rework, and operational frustration. The hidden costs never show up on the invoice. They materialize in three main categories that slowly erode profit. Cost of repair and rework. Mark had to hire a professional developer to fix the shoddy work, ultimately paying twice for the same service. Lost opportunity cost. The $6,000 in orders that the failing site prevented. This is the cost of not having a functioning system. Reputation cost. Customers who abandon their carts because the site broke. They won't return, and worse, they may share their negative experience. The invoice says savings, but the real costs, management time, missed sales, and damaged reputation are invisible, creeping in slowly until the damage is systemic. In Austin, a tech startup opted for a discount CRM system instead of a scalable, proven platform. It worked for a while. Then the support collapsed. The sales team spent hours every week troubleshooting bugs and workarounds. Key clients and leads slipped through the cracks. Productivity tanked. This is the essence of a poorly evaluated total cost of ownership, TCO. TCO is not just the purchase price. It includes the cost of maintenance, training, downtime, and eventual replacement. Consider other industry examples. Cheap equipment. A print shop that buys cheaper printers might save $2,000 on the purchase, but spends $3,000 more on unplanned corrective maintenance, low-quality inks that damage printheads, and production downtime. The initial cheapness quickly turns into a financial bleed. Inferior raw materials. A furniture manufacturer that skimps on wood or hardware. The result is not just a lower quality final product, but an increase in warranty costs, returns, and again, irreparable brand damage. This is the silent cost of cheap. It's not just dollars. It's momentum, morale, and trust. In a business culture that values reliability and speed, the cheapest option can quickly become the most expensive mistake you'll make, as it attacks the operational backbone of your business, productivity and customer satisfaction. Vendors and service providers aren't just expenses, they're strategic relationships. Mark learned this the hard way. When he constantly negotiated down to the lowest dollar, his suppliers noticed. When stock of an essential material was limited, guess who didn't get the priority call? Paying a fair price for quality service establishes a partnership of reciprocal value. The reliable vendor offers more than just the product. They provide priority, extended credit terms, market insights, and logistical support. The worst, however, is the trickle-down effect of this scarcity mindset on the internal culture. The leadership message of "do it cheaper, not better" spreads through the team. Employees begin to cut corners and do the bare minimum. They avoid proposing tool upgrades or training because they know the answer will be it's too expensive. The result is a culture of compromise, where excellence is sacrificed for short-term savings. Innovation stalls, morale plummets, and the business loses its competitive edge. Every leap forward in business, every real innovation needs margin, not just financial margin, but creative space, risk tolerance, and the mental freedom to test new things. But when every decision is filtered through the lens of cheapest possible, innovation suffocates. The scarcity-minded entrepreneur avoids trying new tools that could double productivity because they're too expensive. They turn down expert help from a seasoned consultant, betting on DIY fixes that never scale. They hesitate to invest in robust systems because the initial cost feels high, even when the long-term return on investment (ROI) is clear. The cost of stagnation is the most expensive risk of all. By refusing to invest in differentiation, the business becomes a commodity dependent only on price, entering a discounting war it cannot win. Inaction, the fear of spending, allows the competition to surge ahead. The risk of not having the innovative product or service in the future infinitely outweighs today's small savings. Standing still is the most expensive risk of all, and it hides behind good intentions. Eventually, Mark took a step back and performed a rigorous analysis. He realized his constant pursuit of the lowest price was costing him much more than he ever intended. He began asking a new question with every purchasing decision. What actually brings the most value to my customers and my team? This change in perspective required him to adopt a value decision framework. TCO analysis, total cost of ownership. Evaluate the initial cost, plus operational costs, lifespan, maintenance, downtime, versus the expected performance. Customer experience impact. Does the investment directly improve the perceived quality for the customer? Example, paying more for a robust packaging system reduces damage and boosts customer satisfaction. Productivity ROI. How much time does the investment free up for the team to focus on revenue-generating tasks? Mark hired a more experienced web consultant, invested in premium tools, and started building relationships, not just transactions, with his suppliers. Slowly, his reviews improved, orders increased, morale lifted. Mark stopped saving pennies and started building value, and that changed everything. Mark's story is not rare. It's a mirror to countless entrepreneurs who chase short-term savings and wonder why long-term growth never comes. There's nothing wrong with being cost-conscious, but when cheapest becomes your default filter, you shrink your future. Businesses that last aren't built on deals. They're built on structure, trust, and value delivered, again and again. The decision to pursue value is a declaration of intent. It is saying you are ready to move out of survival mode and into growth mode. So next time you're deciding between the cheapest option and the better one, ask yourself, am I building something that merely survives or something that thrives and creates a legacy? In the end, value isn't an expense. It's the strongest investment you'll ever make.